Let us pray. Creator God, source of all beauty, goodness, and knowledge, we gather on this day of celebration with great joy and thanksgiving for the wisdom and encouragement of lecturers, the imagination and enthusiasm of students, the opportunity to push forward the frontiers of learning and understanding through study and research, and for the contribution of the countless individuals who make this university a place to share experience and learning. We give thanks for family and friends who have supported us in the long journey towards achieving our goals and who share in celebrating our achievements today. Bless all who journey forth from here to their different places and countries of work. May they use the skills of their hands and the knowledge of their minds to offer care and compassion as they nurse the sick and the dying and improve the health and welfare of all who require dental care, working with young and old alike, offering reassurance and hope to those in distress, and providing health education for the welfare of this and future generations. Help them always to realize the privilege they hold in their hands to change people's lives for the better through their knowledge and understanding of oral health and of nursing and health sciences. In accordance with the motto of this university, Magnificat anima mea Dominum, may our graduates be empowered to serve causes beyond themselves. May they find happiness in all they do, and as they use their gifts throughout their lives, in whatever way, may they play their part in leaving the world at least a little better than they found it. Make this, their alma mater, proud not just of what they know, but of the people they are and will become. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Can I invite the Assembly to be seated? Good morning, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to winter graduation. I am Wendy Alexander. I'm one of the vice principals at the university, and I'm hosting the ceremony this morning on behalf of our Chancellor, Dame Jocelyn Bell Burnell. Graduation is one of the most important days in the university's calendar, and in a few moments, we will turn to the business of the day, which is celebrating your success. But we will start the proceedings this morning in the time-honored fashion for graduations, which is with an address that celebrates the university itself. So can I invite my colleague, Vice Principal John Rowan, to address the Assembly.
Vice Principal, Lord Provost, graduands, honorary graduand, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to begin by welcoming you all to our graduation ceremony today. And to those of you who are visiting Dundee for the first time, I'd like to extend an especially warm welcome on behalf of the city and our university. In truth, you've arrived in one of the UK's coolest little cities and a must-placed visit in the world. And this is a status not accorded by ourselves. It's a status that's been given to us by no less than the Wall Street Journal, by the Lonely Planet Guide, by CNN, The Guardian, and others. So all of you in this incredible assembly today, magnificently packed full, Caird Hall are completely on trend being here in the city. So much of the excitement that's been happening and has been generated is a consequence of the opening last autumn of the V&A Dundee, the Victoria and Albert Dundee, which is the Scottish Design Museum. This is at the heart of our waterfront redevelopment programme, and it's rapidly become an emblem of the city. Bringing the V&A to Dundee, you may not know, however, was an idea that was actually hatched within our university. It was an idea that was first originated about 10 years ago, and working with local partners and our sister university, the University of Aberdeen, we were able to bring this magnificent achievement to the city. And in its first year has attracted over 800,000 visitors, and many of them take time to see the city, and it's a fabulous asset to our economy and to the cultural life of the city itself. And it's achieved way beyond its initial expectations. But that's just one sign to show you and evidence how the city is changing. It's become one of the best cities to live, to work, and I hope you would agree, our students to study in the UK. We would say that, we would. But of course, as I say, it's not us that are giving us these accolades. This year, the Sunday Times named us as the University of the Year for student experience. And that followed them calling Dundee the best place to live in Scotland. So these are remarkable achievements that are happening in this incredible city of transformation. So we hope that everyone who's visiting today for the first time and for part of this ceremony will be able to take some time to see a little bit more of the city, and I hope you get a chance to visit the university and see where your family and loved ones have been studying these long years. And maybe you can spread some of that love when you return to your home, wherever it should be, locally or further afield. And just to remind you what the mission of the university is, the core mission that we have, it goes back to our foundations in 1881, is to transform lives by the creation, the sharing and the application of knowledge. But to the absolute fore of that mission is this incredible assembly of students that we have in the fore of the hall. And these are our soon-to-be graduates. Now, I hope that you've gained new knowledge and skills that you can take into the world. I hope you've found new friends. Some of you may even have found your life partners here in your time within the university. And as Vice Principal Alexander said, this is the most important day in our academic calendar. We see you, our new graduates, cross the stage after your years of dedication and hard work, and it's an enormously proud moment for us all, and all the staff you see assembled in their finery here on the stage. So we hope that your friends and family can enjoy this with you, and I just thought we'd take a moment, and maybe you could make eye contact with your family or your loved ones, and just say thank you for them supporting you in your time here at the university. So give them a round of applause. Very nicely done, thank you. So you cross this stage today, and then the next stage of your life is before you. And as I say, we hope your time in the university has equipped you to take this step with confidence and a spirit of adventure, to be bold, to be creative, to be innovative, and to make your own impact in the world. We hope, however, that you will always remain part of our community as alumni after you leave the hall today. And we're proud that we've been able to offer you a student experience which is consistently ranked the best, amongst the best in the United Kingdom. In naming us the University of the Year for Student Experience, the Sunday Times cited our outstanding scores for teaching quality and the wider student experience. They also referenced our Gold Award in the Teaching Excellence Framework and the success of our student partnership agreement with DUSA, our student association. In the most recent National Student Survey, we recorded our best ever performance, which was 4th in the UK. That's unbelievable. And it's a testimony to the hard work of our staff and for the relationship that they've built with the students over the years. A very powerful cocktail. And amongst the highlights of what we achieved We were top in the UK for children's nursing, for dentistry, for education, for environmental sciences, molecular biology, biophysics, and biochemistry, and physical geography. So we've got nursing and dentistry represented here in the audience, and these are ranked amongst the best programs in the UK. It's quite remarkable. But we can't, as an institution, in any sense, sit on our laurels. We always have to be striving for new innovation, new ideas, making our programs more relevant for our students to go out into the world, more employable in the careers that they choose to follow. So we're constantly seeking to refresh our programs and to refresh our curricula to try and drive that forward. Today, I think there's a relatively uneven contest. We've got 368 nursing and health science students graduating, and we've got 8 from the School of Dentistry. So we're going to see a lot of nursing and health sciences students across the floor, but we've got a small but beautifully formed dental contingent that will be there in addition. But the point I wanted to make is that just in terms of this constant evolution of our programs, we have for the first time our pre-registration nursing students graduating with MScs and honours programs, and this is a really important evolution of the programs that we teach here in the University of Dundee, and graduates through these qualifications are becoming ever more sought into the future. Now I'll turn very, very briefly to tell you a little bit about the research that happens in the university. This is absolutely vital to the identity and the reputation of a university such as ourselves, which takes this label of research intensive. And we know that impactful and innovative research can save lives, it can enrich lives, and it can touch people way beyond the limits of our city. So whether it's measuring the impacts of climate change on glaciers, whether it's making breakthroughs against diseases such as Parkinson's, or whether it's finding out why we're prone to make worse decisions when we're hungry, these are things that are current in the research frontiers of the university at the moment. And just thinking about our 2 disciplines that are represented today in terms of our dentistry work, you may not know, but we are part of being a World Health Organization collaborating centre and a very important contributor to international oral health research. And in our nursing and health sciences realms, we're doing very vital work improving outcomes for people with life-limiting conditions and disability, driving this idea of improving lives, making a difference in the world. So incredibly, again, in 2019, the university was ranked 15th in the world within the authoritative Leiden rankings for the most highly cited papers. So it's a very strong academic impact. And then we were also ranked 20th in the world by the Times Higher Education rankings in terms of what they call university impact. And that's basically in terms of institutions making a contribution in the world beyond their specific teaching and research reach into making a contribution to the world's Sustainable Development Goals, the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And amazingly, our university scored top 20 in the world in terms of those contributions. So I think we can be very proud of that. And as well as making an impact in the world in Dundee's work, we're also increasingly bringing the world to Dundee. Our community, more than ever, is an international one. Our roots are very distinctly Scottish, but we operate on an increasingly global stage. So we have students and staff that come from over 140 countries. That's nearly 3/4 of the countries of the globe. And many of those countries will be represented in this amazing hall today. And we've got record numbers of applications wanting to come and study here. We've got distance learners everywhere, from the US to Kenya to New Zealand, pioneering partnerships in China, in Singapore, and elsewhere. And it's clear that our future and our outlook is part of being global citizens. We're an internationalist organisation with international aspirations, and coming to the world and bringing the world here is very much in the spirit of this institution. So I hope that you recognise that everything that we do is driven by a strong sense of community, and I hope you, our graduates, soon-to-be graduates, have experienced that yourselves during your studies. And I really want to remind you that as you leave today, you are our global ambassadors. You have lifelong membership of the University of Dundee, and you should always consider this university. So we very much hope you take pride. We take pride in your achievement. We hope you take pride in the membership that you have of this institution, and that you share your passion for the university and your connection to the City of Dundee in the years ahead. So as you receive your degrees and then step out into the world as a graduate and an ambassador of the Dundee, we do want you to know that you are part of our community of fellow graduates, students and staff, and that we, the university, wish you the very best for the future. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations, our students. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Vice Principal Rowan. I call now upon Dr. Linda Martindale from the School of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Vice Principal, before the nursing graduates are presented, I will ask them to assent to a declaration that they will maintain traditional standards of professional conduct. Will the nursing graduates please stand? I solemnly promise to use to the best of my knowledge and ability the art and science of my profession for the good of those under my care, and to make the preservation and restoration of their health my constant aim. I shall keep secret anything I see or hear in my practice that should not be divulged. I shall constantly endeavour to improve my knowledge and skills within my profession, and to share useful discoveries with my fellow practitioners, whom I promise to hold in fraternal regard. These things I shall do for the benefit of those whom I seek to serve, and for the honour of the profession that I now join. Do you make this promise? Thank you.
I call upon the Dean of the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, Professor Lynn Kilbride.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to present for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing with Honours, Rachel Anderson. Aoife Burke. Clodagh Conway. Linda Gibb. Rachel Gold. Jennifer Hutchinson. Cara Kelly. Sarah Donaghy. Holly Lenny. Karen Stewart. Lauren Ross. Lauren Wilson. Laura Adam. Kaylee Anderson. Alice Balfour. Amy Barnett. Claire Bell. Tony Bennell. Ellis Bertie. Gemma Beveridge. No. Claire Bennett. Gemma Beveridge. Ellis Bertie. Gemma Beveridge. Jennifer Black. Robert Bauer. Aisha Bradbury. Claire Brady. Nicole Bright. Kirsty Brookhouse. Emma Brown. Lisa Brown. Sarah Brown. Catherine Brunton. Amy Buchan. Adele Burns. Gillian Burns. Amy Butler. Nicole Cameron. Jennifer Campbell. Rebecca Campbell. Tyler Cashin. Karen Chamberlain. Corey Clark. Sarah Connell. Emma Cook. Bryony Cool. Katie Coward. Abigail Crossland. Karen Cunningham. Natasha Curran. Georgia Curtis. Sarah Darcy. Ross Davidson. Rose Davidson. Julia Del Maestro. Annette Duevry. Abby Diamond. Jennifer Lauren Dickey. Alicia Dixon. Primrose Dillon. Denise Dingwall Brown. Louise Donnan. Abby Douglas. Leah Drummond. Nicole Dunn. Stephanie Dunn. Kate Edney. Karen Edward. Kirsten Elder. Faye Emery. Etana Erwin. Natalie Etley. Ashley Farmer. Sarah Farquhar. Laura Farquharson. Rachel Finlayson. Gemma Fish. Kirsty Gall. Jenny Gallagher. Lindsay Gibson, Jessica Gill, Shannon Galanders, Grace Goldsmith, Charlotte Gordon, Paula Gordon, Courtney Graham, Lynn Graham, Fanula Grant, Hannah Grant, Zoe Grant, Jennifer Gray, Cameron Greatorex, Patricia Greer, Grace Gribben, Holly Grigger, Paige Gunn, Abigail Hare, Lisa Hamill, Laura Hamilton, Melissa Hamill, Natasha Harrow, Ellie Hart, Alicia Haslam, Arlene Hockey, Lisa Henderson, Sarah Henderson, Sonia Henderson, Ashley Herd, Karen Hermoso, Alexandra Hill, Lisa Holden, Leanne Houston, Lee Howard, Emma Hunter, Danielle Hush, Zoe Inglis, Kerry Ingram, Sean Innes, Naomi Innes, Lee Jackson, Joanne Jarvie, Temwani Kalimalmando, Ashley Kane, Karen Kilfeather, Lewis Kincaid, Michelle Kinmond, Jessica Knox, Lindsay Laidlaw, Jacqueline Lane, Megan Lane, Claire Linney, Kirsten Lister, Catherine Lowe, Erica Lowe, Bethany Lyle, Ishbal McCauley, Morgan McPhee, Kirsty MacLeod, Melody McMahon, Rose McPherson, Emily Main, Kellyanne Mayer, Elish Malcolm, Lee Maloka, Amy Manson, Joshua Marlowe, Samantha Martin, so I'm going to David now. David Martin, Sarah Martin, Sophie Martin, Sophie Martin, Gillian Matheson, Leanne McBride, Kerry McClenachan, Jana McCooley, Caitlin McDade, Lindsay McDonald, Dominic McKerlin, Lucy McEwen, Charlotte McGauley, Hayley McGinn, Lucy McGonigal, Katie McGregor, Erin McGrory, Erin McInnes, Zoe McEwen, Lisa McLean, Laura McMichael, Niamh McPhillips, Roberta McQuaid, Zoya Mahmood, Holly Mew, Katie Miller, Bethany Miller, Vicky Mitchell, Jenna Montgomery, Catherine Moore, Rachel Morrison, Christine Methwa, Erin Muir, Ray Muir, Sean Mullen, Alison Mullen, Barry Munro, Dawn Murdoch, Lee Murray, Stephanie Murray, Kay Neal, Jodie Neal, Emma Nielsen, Annalise New, Rebecca Nesbitt, Siobhan O'Neill, Ormiston. Sarah Page. Teresa Papadatu. Kirsty Marie Patterson. Lorna Patterson. Lindsay Patrick. Hannah Patterson. Neve Peddy. Molly Peterkin Tracy. Melissa Pollock. Rebecca Prentice. William Ray. Nia Ramsey. Amanda Riley. Chloe Rendell. Stephanie Ritchie. Caroline Robbins. Lee Robertson. Stephanie Robertson. William Robinson. Erica Rooney. Linda Ross. Kerry Ann Sandeman. Ashley Sandilands. Charlotte Scotland. Jade Scott. Joanne Scott. Erin Seymour. Paula Shand. Sidi Sharma. Chloe Shaw. Millie Shedd. Calamina Simpson. Stacey Slesser. Hannah Sloan. Blair Small. James Smith. Miranda Smith. Tracy Smith. Jacqueline Spanky. Sonia Ann Sparks. Corey Spence. Harry Square. Hannah Square. Apologies. Dawn Stevenson. Kaylee Stevenson. Nicole Stewart. Suzanne Strachan. Claire Struthers. Rachel Stewart. Stacey Sturrock. Rebecca Tate. Mary Taylor. Rebecca Telfer. Laura Telford. Anu Tommy. Alexandra Trimble. Kyle Tripney, Victoria Valdmanova, Louise Vassi, Andrea Wallace, Gemma Wallace, Kimberly Watterson, Emma Watson, Michelle Watt, Sandra Webster, Alana Werrell, Stephanie Whittle, Katie Williamson, Naomi Wilson, Shannon Wilson, Shauna Woodhouse, Chloe Wiley, Rebecca Yates, Lillian Zicki, Caitlin Aberley, Shannon Ammond, Carrie Annell, Gillian Bell, Tabitha Brown, Daniel Bruce, Alex Cairns, Natalie Cavallini, Sheena Chowman, Blair Corrigal, Amy Corrigan, Brady Coots, Amanda Dahl, Joanna Davis, Bethany Devani, Rachel Dixon, Maria Doyle, Paige Duncan, Anna Forbes, Amy Galzine, Danielle Grant, Christina Hayden, Victoria Leslie, Taylor Jarvis, Andrew Mackenzie, Lauren McDermott, Rebecca McIntyre, Catherine McNabb, Megan McNichol, Esther Ruth Morrison, Jessica Prentice, Lucy Queenan, Laurie Roberts, Ailey Robertson, Sarah Savage, Fiona Scott, Kelly Shannon, Nicole Shaw. Louise Skinner. Stacey Smith. Lauren Strachan. Isla Stewart. Emma Wales. Hannah Workman. Natalie Ayagbusi. Laura Beaton. Karen Bertram. Kerry Bowler. Morgan Bree. Karen Brown. Lisa Buchanan. Natalie Rose Christie. Hannah Crawford. Donna Donald. Louise Dunn. Nicola George. Stephanie Gormley. Laurie Heedy. Tony Hegg. Becky Hughes. Jade Markey. Sarah McCall. Alex McIntosh. Jenny McKay. Shannon McLaughlin. Chelsea Moyer. Zoe Morrison. Alicia Parrish. Deborah Rankin. Debbie Robertson. Zoe Rowe. Erin Ross. Lindsay Sim. Zoe Walker. Terry Welsh. Kaylee Young. For the Diploma of Health Studies, Claire Kelly. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Infection Prevention and Control, Gillian Anderson. Sharon Johnson. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Nursing, Cheryl Bain. For a Master of Science, Lindsay McPhee. Zoe Caird. Derek Henderson. Rebecca Jones. Michelle Leslie. Arit Masawa. Rory McConaughey. Bhavna Panja. Alexander Seeger. For the Master of Science in Nursing, Adjua Asamoah. Joe Barber. Emma Barry. Maria Hampton. Laurie Hutchison. Kirsty Jackson. Katie Pankhurst. Anna Thompson. For the Doctor of Philosophy, Tabith Timba Emmanuel. Hanadi Yassin. Vice Principal, I have the honour to present for the School of Dentistry, for the Masters of Dental and Public Health, Anshal Charishia. Sarah Hack. Neil McGoldrick. For the Masters of Forensic Odontology, Apusava Venkatesh. For the Masters of Science, Doha Abul Hija. Japraya Jakamar. And for the Doctor of Philosophy, Mehdi Al-Rubai.
Thank you. I call upon Vice Principal John Rowan once again.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to invite you to confer their degrees in absence upon the candidates who have been unable to attend this ceremony.
By the authority of Senate, I confer these degrees.
Thank you. So I have just one more minute with you. So we've gone through the ceremony and you've crossed the stage. What were our graduands are now our graduates. And I saw lots of polite applause, respectful, calm, as you crossed the stage and you supported your colleagues. Well, this is 3/4 of the way through the ceremony. Everyone's been in their seats for a long period of time. So there's an opportunity to let off a little bit of steam, to congratulate each other on your achievements, to remember your family for being here. This is not an occasion for polite applause now. You're allowed to make, and you've got to alert the babies in the audience, you're allowed to make as much celebratory noise as you possibly can. We invite you to stamp your feet, to shout. I think one or two of you might have smuggled a trombone in. If you've got that, you can let loose on it. So let me just invite you to congratulate each other on an incredible achievement today. Well done. And of course you can stand up if you want. You can stand up. Excellent, excellent, well done. Thank you.
Thank you, John. We come now to the conferring of an honorary degree, which is a special honour that the university bestows on someone who they want to mark for their contribution. And so can I call on my colleague, Vice Principal, Professor Blair Grubb, to read the laureation.
Thank you, Wendy. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Leslie Knox. In this hall, we're only a couple of hundred yards away from one of the main reasons we are honouring Leslie today. Indeed, many of you may have passed and stopped to admire it on your way here. V&A Dundee, the UK's first design museum outside London, stands at the centre of Dundee's waterfront. A spectacular building that enhances the wonderful natural environment of the River Tay. The museum has had a transformative effect in bringing people to Dundee and in projecting a new image of the city around the world. In its first year of operation, from September 2018, V&A Dundee has attracted over 800,000 visitors, far exceeding expectations. It's a project which was guided with a strong and steady hand by Leslie Knox. The idea to bring the V&A to Dundee originated here at the university. To turn that idea into a reality, it was always going to need more than we alone could offer. From the earliest stages, the project needed support from councils and government. It required the input of the V&A in London, and funders had to be sought. Leslie became a powerful advocate for the project and was instrumental in helping local partners and the V&A turn the museum into a reality. Her appointment as the inaugural chair of Design Dundee Limited was an ideal match. The reason is because she combines understanding, expertise and passion for two very different worlds, both of which were important for the success of V&A Dundee. The first was an unparalleled experience of the world of business and high finance, with leadership of businesses of scale and international scope. The second was the world of design and visual arts, with her interests ranging from sketching and photography to quilt making and architecture. Leslie qualified as a lawyer in the UK and the USA, and then joined Kleinwort Benson, where she spent 18 years. First in corporate finance and then as head of asset management. She has subsequently been the chair or non-executive director of a number of companies. For example, she was chair of the Grosvenor Group Limited and Alliance Trust plc, and she was a trustee of the National Galleries of Scotland. In the world of art and design, she is a renowned expert and a sought-after exhibitor. Her quilt designs tend towards the abstract, and she says are inspired by nature, especially island landscapes viewed from her house on Harris in the Outer Hebrides. If you were drawing up a job description for someone to lead the development of a project like V&A Dundee, Leslie's CV would be an excellent place to start. Hers is such a compelling mix of skills, experience, complemented by character. Leslie's business and leadership skills are not in the bombastic style. She is thoughtful, curious, humble, a good listener, yet decisive. This was necessary as the V&A project developed. It required not only effective leadership of the board of Design Dundee Limited, but a range of local, national and international stakeholders, including politicians, major charities, high net worth potential donors, local and national government agencies, universities, and of course the V&A itself had to be brought on board. It also required courage and judgment to maintain the high sense of ambition in the project in the face of constant challenge. We should remember that the prospect of the V&A coming to Dundee was met with great scepticism in some quarters, some of which persisted until the very moment the doors of the museum opened. It needed a Leslie Knox who steered the course through those often choppy waters. Throughout the years from 2010, when she was appointed, to the opening of the V&A Dundee, she had the full confidence of her board, politicians and stakeholders. Leslie was also the ideal person to manage relationships with both the V&A and the architect Kengo Kuma, who held her in deep respect because of her understanding of design and its place in the world. Indeed, she chaired the selection committee which chose Kuma's design for the building. Throughout her involvement with the V&A Dundee and her wider business activity, Leslie has made a great impact on this city. She has helped realise the university's own ambitions to help transform Dundee. Chancellor, I have the honour to invite you to confer upon Leslie Knox the degree of Doctor of Laws.
By the authority of Senate, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws. Thank you.
I don't quite know what to say in the face of that incredibly generous speech. First of all, though, I do want to say it's a huge honour to join you all today, all of you graduating. And perhaps I should say, I'm sure you've been told that learning doesn't stop when you get your degree. And as the last speaker today, when many of my lines have been stolen by the speakers before me, perhaps something you should all remember is that particular lesson. Over the last 10 years, I've really got to know the University of Dundee and their staff and their graduates extremely well. And I can tell you they are extremely persuasive, they have incredible intellect, and they also have an absolutely wonderful way of trying to find solutions, but also to work collaboratively. I think one of these days, the business schools around the world will look at this project for the V&A Dundee, and I genuinely think one of the things they will be amazed about is how the number of partners managed to work together successfully. But the idea was generated here. It was the University of Dundee, and it was indeed Pete Downs who twisted my arm to come and give nearly 10 years of my life to this project. So, very persuasive. It's a particular privilege for me to be here today. I'm the first woman in my family to go to university, but my mother was a nurse, so particularly to everyone from the nursing and health side, thank you for allowing me to share your day and your graduation. My parents would be very proud. I know the university is going to continue to grow and thrive. It has already made an incredible impact, and as was mentioned earlier, it's no mean feat to make an impact both in the work and research you do, but also on the students, all of you today. So, I'm not going to stand between you and the proper celebrations, and I just hope all of you who graduate today will also go on to thrive and to celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. It is an honour to have you as formally part of the university community. We are now drawing towards the end of our ceremony, but again, as is typical at graduation ceremonies, to allow for just a moment of joyful reflection, we are going to invite the choir to sing.
Sun is shining in the sky, there ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining, everybody's in a play, and don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Running down the avenue, see how the sun shines brightly in the city on the the streets where once was pity, Mr. Blue Sky is leaving here today. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the human race. A celebration, Mr. Blue Sky's up there waiting, and today is the day we've waited for. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you.
Thank you to the choir. We are now at the end of our ceremony. We wish you all a very successful rest of the day. Can I invite the Assembly to now stand? And I declare this academic ceremony closed.